Welcome to a boring day in my life where I go to college, work, and manage YouTube. I've noticed this growing trend in our generation of trying to work on the side and manage 4, 5, 6 things at one time. And this for me is really astonishing. I believe I'm a cog in the wheel now, apparently trying to hustle my way through my dreams. Why are we not putting our entire focus on college? Why do we want to start working so early? Is this all coming from a good place, and what can it eventually lead to? Is this the case with the whole generation, or am I just living in a bubble? These are the kind of questions that I try to find answers to as I walk you guys through my day. So if you'll be kind enough to stick around till the end, I'll be highly honored. Arnav, I'm making a video on how college students constantly work and manage academics.
I don't work, but okay.
So my question to you is, when will you start working?
Very soon, you'll get to know on my Instagram profile.
Do you think our generation has the right balance of work and rest?
No, I don't.
Why?
Like, it's not a generation thing. I won't generalize it, but I feel like we're like in the middle of people who are overachievers and also people who are like ready to exploit. So in the middle of that, we're just like, oh, I want to work, and we know that the people around us can do a lot better. So the competition is like so tough that we don't really have the time to even sit and think that I need a break.
I realize that we live in the golden age of content right now. The opportunities that we have are endless and we can do anything that we want to. We as a society have the privilege to dream. And I think that's the biggest thing that anyone can ever ask for. But I keep circling back to that same question. Is this all coming from a good space? We keep preaching about mental health. They're apparently the most mentally conscious people that have ever lived. But when it comes to our day-to-day life, I don't think we implement those practices. In fact, I feel like we do the exact opposite of it.
Like, burning out is not an excuse. Like, we don't see burnout as something which is natural. We see it as something's wrong with me. Like, so I think that's something that does not allow us to rest.
So, will you agree if I say that our whole generation is sleep deprived and we consider it as a flex?
I am not sleep deprived. I cannot be sleep deprived.
A lot of people in our
generation. Like a lot of people
and they're okay with it.
Yeah, that's what, like, I think, though, like, this is a thing right now, it's become a thing that you are romanticizing a lot of things which are literally unhealthy. Like, we have like reached this point of like romanticizing an unhealthy lifestyle. Like, there's one thing that I think I've romanticized a lot for the people around me is like coffee. Like, I think I've talked so much about coffee addiction that I've gotten people around me addicted to coffee. So, like, yeah, but that's the thing, like, we don't stop and see, like, as long as something's giving us like this extra energy, we don't think anything with it is wrong. As long as we can go on for longer hours and do more work and achieve something more, we don't think it's wrong. Like, we don't see how it is affecting us anymore.
Do you think we are too hard on ourselves? I realize that the people who are 26, 27 years old currently, they didn't start working until they were 22, 23. Do you think we are too hard on ourselves, and do you think it's because of our wants as people have increased?
I don't. It's a very grey situation. ये जो पूरा hustle culture आ गया है, it's because of that कि like I see classmates of mine, they're not really enjoying the college experience. At the age of 20, 21 only, they're doing 5 internships and they're very proud of the internships. But then itna sara hustle, it takes a toll on the mental health because I see them going through severe anxiety, not able to cope with simple emotional problems, and that's because they have so much on their mind: work, college, projects, everything. I'd say personally, just take a step back. You're not going to be 20, 21 again. You're not going to get college again. So enjoy college, enjoy hanging out with friends. I'm not saying leave jobs completely, do an internship, but there's no need to overload so much that you're not able to, balance anything out.
Okay, so I just came back from college. It's time to start the second half of the day. That is work. Let's go. Our generation is constantly ditching college, and this trend is increasing day by day. I earlier didn't used to like vibe with this theory. I used to feel like I have to focus on college because there's only a limited number of time in which I can do college, I can work for the rest of my life. But then as things started to grow in life, as more and more things started to come in, college ultimately had to take a backseat for me. Do you agree with this whole process that's happening? And if not, can you suggest anything to not let college go away?
Honestly, like for us, no. Like we are the people who, you know, like spent 2/3 of our college life at home. And obviously, like there was a point where we were missing college so badly that we had to fill that void with something. And so we found ways, and the ways were obviously to work, because you can't justify like paise udane ke liye you have to do something, right? You can't just like fill that void with just anything. So we all decided to work, and now college is back, and now I just don't think we're like invested in it the same way as we were like probably like 6 to 7 months back. And obviously that's not a good thing. Like something that we all need to get very straight is that like your education is very important. The time that you have in college, like you said, is limited and it's very important. You can work for the rest of your life, but right now I feel like people like us are like stuck in this loop. So many people who started interning at a place that they were like, oh, you know, I want to work here eventually, so they're not going to like give it up because they have 2 months of college left and they should focus on it.
So it's basically about what takes preference.
Yeah, and it's also about the fact that just okay, like look at it this way: if you are dating someone and then that person just decides to leave, okay, and then not come around for a while, you'll move on.
Yep.
And when you move on, you'll have something new which is occupying all that space. And now if this person decides to come back, you need to see like, you know, this new thing which is occupying all of this space is better up? Like, yeah, do I give this up because you know like maybe this person will leave again? So, and that's literally what college is for us right now. That college is our toxic ex who keeps coming back for like 2 days a week. And it's just it's so annoying. I hate it. I love college so much.
I need that stability from college. उससे भी नहीं मिल रही है.
Literally. I'm this close to a real breakup.
नहीं 6 degree. Alright, so it's 6:45. I just finished my work for the day. Been up since 7:30. And I went to college for the first time after a month. So it feels like it's been a really long day. Now I'm gonna work out and chill, maybe watch a movie. The day is almost coming to an end. Just the boring part is left. So I was working out and then I looked out of the window and I realized that the sky is looking really pretty. So I just wanted to show it to you guys. Is this coming from a place of privilege? Like, does all the dreams and everything come from a place of privilege?
In our country, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, to dream to be a copywriter, like that's a privilege. Someone is literally dreaming to like have food on their plate, and you're able to like dream of this. It is a privilege.
The fact that someone is 75% of this country.
Literally, yeah. And yeah, I think that most of us don't really recognize that privilege or acknowledge it, which
sucks.
Is problematic, yes.
Okay, last question. Which one of these statements will you agree with more? Our generation is a stupid generation with few insanely talented and driven people, or a generation is the smartest generation that's ever been there with some stupid people?
I think I agree with the second statement.
Okay.
Just that the sum people is a very big number.
So then if it outnumbers the good
No,
people,
it does not. I don't think it I'm very optimistic.
Okay.
First of all, I don't think the stupid people outnumber the smart people. But I just do think that when you're thinking about, okay, say 7 billion people in this world, obviously not our entire generation, but if our entire generation is whatever, a whole 100%, and this is a huge number, right? So even if like 40% of it is the stupid people, it's a huge number to influence a lot of people. Like just the whole thing. And it also depends, like some of us are, like some people around us, some of us are so like, they have a lot of like potential and shit, but they just put it in stupid places. And also they just let how to say it, unnecessary or like unimportant things consume it.
So is it the most spoiled generation as well?
Probably. I mean, don't we like... No, how can we say that it is? Because this is one bubble. Like you, me, the people around us
Yeah.
is just one... Like we can't say that our generation is spoiled because of that. Like I'm sure that like a lot of our... Like there's artists literally not too far away from us who like struggle to follow their passion. And they have to fill their like family stomach in the same time. There's so much like... So many people who are like, you know, doing things and they're not spoiled. Like a lot of people are also taking on responsibility. So you can't say like your entire generation, because our like the place, like the community in a way that we are in, like our college, the places where we live, this bubble, it's so small. It cannot be our entire generation, because our entire generation is so much bigger than just us.
That was it. That was my attempt at decoding how some people of my age do so many things at a particular point of time and still not burn out. Or they do and they just don't tell it to anyone. If you're new on this channel, then consider subscribing. If you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up to boost the algorithm. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.